Hello, hello, and welcome to English Comp 1102. Okay, so I wanted to go on ahead and create this kind of walkthrough from the student view just so you can kind of see from what your side would look like. First, I'm going to go on ahead and jump to our class because it says here that my on my dashboard I am denied access due to the functionality in student view, which is perfectly fine. So I'm just going to jump right to our course. As you can see on the home page, we have the Getting Started module, and this kind of just walk through. That's basically just all of the things that to kind of put together for the beginning of a successful term. So, the welcome message kind of gives a little bit of background about myself, my experience in the classroom. Um, as well as my email message policy. Basically just states that I never let a message go 24 hours without responding. So if I were to not respond within 48 hours, please just resend the email or just send me an email letting me know that you had previously sent a message. That way I could check another folder if I need to. Um, see here. The syllabus and tentative calendar are located under the Welcome to 1102 module. And then you can find links for support on the Canvas homepage on the tab list. Look for the Welcome to NWF icon for all links. These are super helpful, especially if you need help with any kind of tutoring offerings that the Learning Commons offer, accommodation resource center, the college catalog, career planning, library resources, technical support. If you want to kind of keep up with what's going on with the school as far as clubs or any type of extracurriculars, you'll find them over there as well. The Maddie Kelly Arts Center, if you want to buy some tickets for something, you can find it there. Basically, there's just so many different things over here in the NWF. So I implore you just kind of like go through it, just kind of check it out. The book that we're going to use for class is this particular book. It's the Norton Introduction to Literature, portable 15th edition. You are more than welcome to, if you find the book online for rent, that's a little bit, I guess, a better price. Please be my guest. I know the bookstore does sell. So does Amazon. The last time I checked on Amazon, however, though, it was probably about $60 to rent a textbook. So depending on the search engine that you use, or the website that you use, I know Chegg is a really good one. There's also different textbooks that kind of offer, or textbook websites, excuse me, that offer rental options for students. Um, if you would like me to kind of come up with a few different websites, I have no problem doing so. Usually I have quick access to these websites, so I have no problem doing so. Okay, let's see here. Let's go back to the modules page. So it's the welcome message, also the syllabus for our class. Standard syllabus, it contains the instructor information all up here at the top, including office hours, phone number, where my office is located, email address. When it comes to the Zoom hour availability, I went on ahead and included at least twice a week for the late afternoon, early evening. But if you need a little bit more flexibility and you really need someone, or you really need to answer a question answered, say Friday afternoon, or you want me to like kind of check over a paper, I'm constantly checking my emails, and I really have no problem scheduling a Zoom meeting outside of the availability. So I like to make sure that I am flexible for students to access. Again, this just kind of goes over checking your college email regularly. I respond within 24 hours. However, again, if I by chance do not, just send me another message following up, and that way I can make sure to make sure that it's not located in another folder. Let's see here. The course description, kind of going over what the purpose of the course. It is to interpret and critically read fiction, drama, and poetry. What you'll do is you'll just write essay exams and a research paper. Also class discussion to kind of get these different perspectives. Student level or course level student learning objectives or outcomes, pardon. This is just kind of like what you can expect to gain from the course. Course prereqs, obviously, gotta pass 1101, which obviously if you were here, then you have done so. And I know several of you I did have for 1101, so I'm excited to see where you work with 1102 and your different thought processes, for instance, on some of the stories or poetry, um, as well as everyone else. This is one of my favorite classes because I get to kind of view this literature from a different, from someone else's eyes, and it's always really intriguing because that's one of the cool things about literature is that not everyone's going to pick out the exact same thing. You know, it's like art. Um, or even going to a movie and watching a film. If you go and you watch a film, there may be an aspect of the film that was more obvious to you than it would be to somebody else. So it is always so nice to be able to have these different ideas and different ways in which we kind of look at life. But I'm getting off track. I'll get back on track. Course materials, the Norton Introduction to Literature, 15th Portable Edition. Again, there's the image under the Welcome To. Now here comes for the super important part, assignments, grading schemes, and procedures. Everything is kind of separated out into modules. I like to do that. That seems to be like the easiest way to kind of incorporate everything by its own, I guess, genre, because that's ultimately what we're going to do. So fiction module will be worth 265 points, poetry module will be worth 315, drama 265, and then the introductory assignments 60 points. I do like to offer extra credit throughout the term. So you do have a bank, or you will have a bank of 25 points if you wish. Usually I have a pretty fun assignment. It's not really an assignment, it's kind of more or less just something you can kind of do on your own time whenever we get to the poetry section. It's kind of combining music and lyrics with the idea and the elements of poetry. A lot of times students really enjoy doing that, and it's for extra credit, so that's always really nice. Final reflection, and then with it for a total of 1105 points. Let's see here, makeup work. I completely understand that things happen, and usually when things happen, it's completely out of our reach. So if something were to arise that's going to prevent you from submitting something in on time, just let me know. I always allow a 2-day grace period, so just know that you'll at least have 2 days. But if you need like a few extra days, just make sure to send me an email just to let me know. I really have no problem with offering extensions. It's just, it's nice to also have that communication, that transparency. Let's see here. Students are expected to manage their time effectively, reach out for assistance whenever needed. So please, if you ever have any issues, please don't hesitate to let me know. And I know I say that so much, and I'll say that so often, and I'll also put it in emails, but I like to make sure that you feel comfortable coming to me with any questions or concerns. So student expectations and resources. All of these are just kind of like quick links to kind of access the college's policy on academic integrity, accommodations, attendance, tutoring services, counseling services, code of conduct, complaints, and your rights and responsibilities. So if you ever need to utilize any of those, please do. Let's see. Technical skills. This course is going to be entirely online, so you are required to have some type of device, be it a tablet or a laptop or Chromebook or a PC, whatever, and MacBook, pretty much anything. But if you ever have issues with a program not working right or your computer's on the fritz, please don't hesitate to reach out to IT. They're really helpful and can really they're just really helpful. It's the best way I could put it. Emergency college closure. If you were around last spring when we got that wonderful 10 inches of snow, the college definitely lets us know if they need to close. I do believe then we got phone calls, emails, and text messages. So if there is something, but we're online. So, but just in case if you ever have to come on campus, they're really good at knowing or good at letting us know if there is an emergency. Academic integrity tools. I use Turnitin for it's the plagiarism detection. Um, I also like to use Turnitin because the formatting of me being able to read over it is like a bigger lettering, and I can kind of change the formatting a little bit. But if there's ever any errors or any issues with Turnitin, I will address them with you immediately. Let's see here. The use of AI is prohibited. Any submission generated by AI will not be accepted, and the grade issued will be a 0. I mean, AI is practically embedded into everything that we do. Use it as an assist, not as a crutch. So if you need it to kind of check over to make sure there's no grammar or punctuation errors, that's not what I mean by the use of AI as prohibited. I mean like a non-original piece of writing. Um, but because everyone gets to choose what they write about, I've never really had a problem with AI usage. Um, Plus, I think everybody's kind of coming to the conclusion that AI is very repetitive in its algorithms and what it puts out. So um, I guess we learn as we go, right? Um, and then academic continuity plan. I think this has to do with something kind of more like with the pandemic. Everybody went to spring break and then no one was able to come back. So it's just letting everybody know that the college has in play a way to transition depending on whatever may happen, if anything were to happen. Let's see here. And then just the first 3 assignments, the syllabus agreement, attendance quiz, and the introduction is really all that is due here at the beginning. I am looking so forward to this class. This is one of my favorite classes to teach, primarily because I get so many different perspectives, and it's so awesome. But yes, if you need me, please let me know. If you need to call, you can call my office phone, send an email, Canvas message. You could just pop in my office if you'd like, and I'd be more than happy to help you. And I hope you are looking forward to this semester as much as I am. And